In the realm of animation movies, villains play a pivotal role in driving the narrative and creating compelling conflicts that propel the hero's journeys. These antagonists are often portrayed with larger-than-life personalities, complex motivations, and menacing charisma, captivating audiences with their unforgettable presence. From power-hungry tyrants to manipulative masterminds and tragic figures blurring the lines of morality, these villains contribute significantly to the emotional depth and narrative complexity of their respective films. Today, we present 10 of the most notable villains in animated movies, each leaving an indelible mark on the cinematic landscape. Number 10. Bellweather, a character in Zootopia, is a cunning and deceptive assistant mayor who harbors a hidden agenda. Despite her innocent appearance, she is driven by prejudice and a desire for power. Bellweather orchestrates a nefarious scheme to divide the predators and prey in Zootopia by disseminating fear and falsehoods. This character parallels real-world issues such as racism and political manipulation, employing fear as a means of control while concealing her true intentions. Bellweather's calm and gentle demeanor juxtaposed with her ruthless actions makes her a formidable and memorable villain in animation movies. Number 9. Tai Lung, the antagonist in Kung Fu Panda, is a complex character whose downfall can be attributed to his sense of entitlement and betrayal. Initially trained by Master Shifu, Tai Lung believed he was destined to become the Dragon Warrior. However, his aspirations were shattered when he was deemed unworthy of the honor. This rejection fueled his resentment and anger, transforming him into a ruthless warrior seeking vengeance. While Tai Lung possesses exceptional martial arts skills, making him a formidable opponent, it is his emotional depth that renders him even more compelling. His tragic backstory adds layers of complexity to his villainy, as his pursuit of power stems from a profound sense of personal failure and abandonment. Number 8. In the animated film Rise of the Guardians, Pitch Black emerges as the primary antagonist, embodying the essence of darkness and fear. His sleek and shadowy appearance, coupled with his ability to manipulate and instill doubt through his whispers, establishes a formidable presence throughout the narrative. Pitch's primary objective is to spread fear and extinguish hope, making him a formidable adversary in a world where belief in the Guardians, symbols of hope, joy, and wonder, is paramount. His capacity to exploit and subvert the Guardian's strengths further underscores his formidable nature. Pitch represents not merely an opponent to be vanquished, but rather an existential threat that challenges the very foundation of hope and succumbs to fear. Number 7. In the animated film Coco, Ernesto de la Cruz is a prominent musician who initially appears as a beloved icon to the film's protagonist, Miguel. However, as the narrative progresses, he stole his friend Hector's songs and took credit for them. This revelation exposes the darker side of Ernesto's character, highlighting the dangers of prioritizing fame over integrity. Despite his charisma and outward charm, Ernesto's actions demonstrate the negative consequences of sacrificing ethical principles for personal gain. His determination to preserve his legacy, even at the expense of others, renders him a complex and unforgettable character. Number 6. King Candy, the main antagonist in the animated film Wreck-It Ralph, exemplifies the epitome of deception. Behind his eccentric and charming facade lies a cunning mastermind orchestrating an elaborate scheme for personal gain. The revelation of his true identity as Turbo, a forgotten character from an antiquated game, adds a profound dimension to his villainy. Turbo's apprehension of obsolescence and replacement mirrors the anxieties prevalent in contemporary society, where individuals grapple with the fear of irrelevance in a rapidly evolving world. His manipulative tactics, including exploiting Vanellope and altering the game's fundamental code, underscore his unwavering pursuit of control. King Candy's flamboyant and grandiose appearance belies his sinister intentions, rendering his unveiling as Turbo all the more startling. His villainy encapsulates the themes of self-preservation and the detrimental pursuit of power at the expense of others, serving as a cautionary tale in the corporate realm. Number 5. Rameses, the antagonist in The Prince of Egypt, is a complex and tragic character whose conflict with Moses stems from personal and familial struggles. In the animated sequences of the film, Rameses is portrayed as a formidable figure, burdened by the responsibilities and expectations placed upon him as the Pharaoh of Egypt. His journey from Moses' beloved brother to his adversary is driven by a sense of duty to uphold the legacy of his father and protect the traditions of his people. While his actions, such as oppressing the Hebrews and defying Moses, are undoubtedly villainous, Rameses' motivations are rooted in his fear of failing as a ruler and betraying his people's heritage. His deep emotional wounds make him a multifaceted character who is not purely evil but rather caught in a tragic situation that leads him down a dark path. Number 4. Dr. Facilier, also known as the Shadow Man, may not possess the most imposing physical presence, but his mastery of dark magic and his ability to manipulate others make him a formidable adversary in The Princess and the Frog. His three-dimensional animated character stands out due to his unique blend of voodoo magic, charisma, and unsettling connections with the spirit world. Facilier seeks wealth and power, but he also craves the validation that comes with controlling New Orleans. His smooth-talking demeanor conceals his darker intentions, and he employs deception to lure Prince Naveen into his trap. With his friends on the other side at his disposal, Facilier's formidable abilities keep the protagonists perpetually on edge. His ultimate downfall serves as a classic illustration of a villain's hubris, as he overestimates his control over the dark forces he commands. Number 3. Scar, which was originally brought to life in 2D for The Lion King back in 1994, gains new depth and realism in the 2019 CGI remake, enhancing his menacing presence. As a classic devious villain, Scar is clever, ambitious, and driven by a desire for ultimate power. His jealousy toward his own family, which in this case is his brother, Mufasa, and his nephew, Simba, motivates his drastic actions, including orchestrating Mufasa's death and putting the blame onto Simba. Scar's ability to manipulate others, particularly the hyenas, highlights his talent for betrayal. The sleek, gaunt design of his 3D character reflects his cold and calculating nature, making him one of the most memorable and iconic antagonists in the animated film history. Number 2. Syndrome, a former admirer of Mr. Incredible, experienced rejection and bitterness, leading to his transformation into a formidable villain. Initially an aspiring sidekick, he became known as Syndrome and embraced advanced technology to eliminate superheroes. His strategic intellect and technological prowess make him a formidable adversary despite lacking natural superpowers. Syndrome's pursuit of making everyone super raises concerns about mediocrity and exceptionalism, while his narcissistic desire for validation renders him a perilous antagonist. Number 1. Lotso, the seemingly affable and benevolent leader of the daycare in Toy Story 3, is one of Pixar's most intricate antagonists. On the surface, he presents himself as a benevolent and welcoming figure to the new toys, providing them with a sense of belonging after their owner has abandoned them. However, beneath this amiable facade lies a heart embittered by betrayal. Lotso was discarded by his previous owner, and this profound emotional trauma fuels his ruthless and manipulative behavior. He governs Sunnyside Daycare with an iron fist, relegating new toys to the harsh, caterpillar room, while his loyal followers revel in the comforts of the butterfly room. Lotso's influence stems from his ability to manipulate the other toys, exploiting their deepest fears of abandonment. His tragic backstory evokes a degree of sympathy, rendering him a multifaceted villain who embodies not only cruelty but also the anguish of feeling dispensable. These 10 antagonists are not only memorable for their malevolence but also for the intricate layers of complexity they bring to their respective films. In the realm of animation movies, the most compelling villains often mirror profound human emotions such as fear, envy, ambition, and treachery, making them not just formidable adversaries for the protagonists but also tragic figures in their own right. Whether through their chilling charisma or their morally ambiguous actions, these characters leave an indelible impression, underscoring the fact that sometimes the most effective villains are those who feel the most authentic. If you like animated movies, like this video and subscribe to the Wizard Multiverse.